Good evening, friends. So this is another travel vlog. I don't know why. I just finished editing my spring break video, which hopefully will be out. I mean, it will be out by the time you see this. So this time, instead of going back home, it's 2 weeks before my graduation. Hold on, let's start over. Okay, so little context into time. Today is the 21st of April, and this last Monday I defended my thesis, and I'm so close to being done. I graduate 2 weeks from Saturday. Anyway, my friend and I are going to Washington, D.C. this weekend for a belated Christmas gift from her mom. So we're going to go to Washington, D.C. Our flight leaves at 6 a.m. It is currently 11, make a wish, and I'm picking Em up from the airport around midnight. So I'm currently close to Dallas Love Field. We were going to stay in an Airbnb tonight. I'm actually at the Airbnb, which is really lovely. And it's about 10 minutes away from the Dallas Love Field Airport. However, I have to pick up Em at midnight-ish, so it's probably being closer to 12:30, and by the time we get back here, it's going to be 1, and we have to be at the airport around 4 because wheelchair stuff, and I need to make sure that I am there with plenty of time to spare, because I almost always get stopped for whatever reason. So that's the plan for today. Very excited. I've never been to DC, and we're gonna go see all the things. This is the least planned I have ever been for a trip. So we're just gonna do it a play-by-play. We're probably gonna take a giant nap tomorrow because we're gonna be sleeping in the car tonight. Anyway, I will see you when I see you next. Good morning. So we slept in the car, but I've got Em, and we're at Dallas Love Field, about to leave. We have a layover in Kansas, and then our flight, since we're with Southwest, continues on to DC. Had an adventure because made too many jokes about how long TSA was gonna take, and I got flagged which is typical for my feeding tube, but I got flagged also for something on my hands when they like patted down that area. So they went through all of my bags, and also I had to do full body pat down, and I've done that a lot because that just comes with the territory of flying with mobility aids and feeding tubes and all this other stuff. But it was just I've never triggered an alarm like that, and all I could think of is the story of the little girl who just happened to get like fertilizer on her hand. She's a wheelchair user, got fertilizer on her hands, and they would never let her fly, and they like really harassed her. But all is well. I don't know what happened, perhaps hand sanitizer, but anyway, we're gonna go to DC. Our flight is like 5 hours, so we'll probably sleep some on the plane, and then we will go to our hotel, and I think we're thinking about a small siesta before jumping out into some type of museum and moving on throughout the day. So that's what we're planning. We made it to the hotel. It was an adventure. So first things first, everything went fine up until we got to DC. And when we got to DC, they said that they sent my wheelchair to baggage check because it was too big. And they put me in one of the airport wheelchairs and pushed me up the entryway to the plane, and then left me there and said, someone is going to come back and get you. And finally, Em and I were like, I don't think that's happening. So we pushed me up to the baggage check where our bags were missing because we were waiting so long, and we had to go into this tiny little corner in the back to get my wheelchair and our luggage. So that was the first thing. And then we decided to go on the metro, which is supposed to be accessible, but the metro is accessible if you can get to it. And the elevator didn't work. And the elevators look like they inspired the Tower of Terror. So I might show you guys some of them. There was one elevator that we went in, and there was like a "be careful, it's slick" sign that looked like it was covered in dry blood. So that was fun. But we made it to our hotel. We're here, and we're about to head over to the art museum and get some lunch, and then just enjoy the rest of the day. Good morning. So we didn't get any recording done yesterday. We went to the Smithsonian, checked out a couple of museums, walked around trying to find food, went to the Cheesecake Factory, and ended up waiting 30 minutes before
someone
even
waved someone down.
Yeah, even before someone came to get our drinks. We hadn't eaten since 5 a.m. and pretty much only ate pumpkin bread, one slice of pumpkin loaf from Starbucks in 24 hours. I had a bagel at 5, but I'm still 24 hours.
I had McDonald's at the other airport before then.
You said you didn't even eat it.
I ate some of it.
Okay. So anyway, we've been enjoying the semi-accessible elements of DC. Here, real quick. As a person who's an aide as a profession, what do you think of the accessibility in Washington, D.C.?
Better than most places, but still kind of shit.
Yeah. There's a murder elevator just over there.
And ironically, it's a wet floor sign in the driest elevator we've ever been in. All of the other ones have been damp, and it's disgusting.
It's mysterious liquid. And then the exit kind of thing for the train that you have to pay, or you have to scan your card, at the Smithsonian doesn't work. So they told us we had to call, hit the little call button for help.
And don't forget the just full speed to get onto the train, otherwise you're stuck and die.
Yeah, full speed onto the train, which is why we're having to be extra watchful. I got in this little issue with this dad who was trying to get on the train. He's like, "Why don't you get out of the way," or something like that. And then he's like, "Wait, you're trying to get off?" And I'm like, "Yes."
No, I just want to get stuck in the door and die.
Exactly. So, and it was my right away because you're supposed to let the people off before you get on. Anyway, so that's where we are. We're going to go back to the Smithsonian, actually go to the museums that we were trying to go to yesterday, and then we're going to go on a walking tour, and we're going to maybe go to the Capitol, and then we'll come back and hang out and get ready to leave tomorrow morning to go to Dallas. So we're on a walking tour, and I am currently walking because my smart drive died. So and my arm started hurting too bad to continue. So I just opted for taking the chair for the weight.
I feel very uncomfortable.
And also not looking weird.
Morally speaking.
And then I can walk and feel actually pretty good. But we're at the MLK Memorial, so check this out. Alright, so information for you guys. If you are interested in a self-walking tour through DC, the Action Tour Guide is actually pretty good. This is one we used. However, for some reason we thought it was like an hour, maybe 2. We were just told after going at it for maybe 2.5 hours that there's another hour left of walking for whatever the average walking speed is, and not getting on and off of wheelchairs and having to deal with this since the wheelchair died. So we are good. Finishing our stuff, we'd pretty much seen everything at the Smithsonian, hence the wheelchair dying. I think I would have had a fine amount of battery to get through everything, but I started with half battery. So I think now we're gonna try to find a place to plug in, and then we'll head back to our hotel, get some dinner somewhere in there. But yeah, it's been fun. So our trip is now on our last night. Today we flew back to Dallas. I'm driving and back to the airport super early tomorrow morning. We're at an Airbnb tonight, which is at a tiny house, which is super nice. Not accessible at all, but it works, and it's very cute, and I really like it. Benefits of being ambulatory. Yeah, words are failing. It's been fun. My TikTok, I had a TikTok kind of not explode, but like get out of what felt hand to me, but that's okay. That happens. It's dealt with now, and gonna go to bed. So see you next time.